welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra, known as gain_strength_ on Instagram. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. I've been wanting to make this video for quite some time. We're going to talk about how to live a healthier life, how to include fitness into your life when you work your typical Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. I actually had recorded it quite some time ago, but I didn't really like the way that it turned out, so I ended up deleting all the footage. It took me a while, but here we are again, trying this again. Before we get started, I do want to let you guys know I am working from home now. I've been working from home for a little over a month, but prior to that, I've always been working in the office. Prior to COVID, it was in the office Monday through Friday. But regardless whether you work from home or you work in the office, all of the tips, everything I'm going to talk about in this video will still apply. So I just wanted to start with that just so that you guys are aware of that. Let's just jump right into it. The first thing, and I think it's going to be one of the most important things, is to schedule your workout into your day. To take a look at your schedule, take a look at everything you have going on throughout the week and figure out when would be the best time for you to work out. Is it going to be before work, after work? Maybe you're able to take a longer lunch and you can work during like your lunch or during the day. You also have to take into account how much time do you have to work out. Are you going to have to limit your workouts to maybe 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes, or do you have more time for your workout? Along with that, you also want to be realistic about how many times a week are you able to work out. Are you only able to work out Monday to Friday, maybe only 3 days a week, maybe 3 days including the weekend? Figure out basically how much time throughout the week you have to work out. Now, I would strongly suggest that you look at your fitness, you look at your workout as something like any other engagement that you have. So let's say a doctor's appointment. You're not going to cancel your doctor's appointment at the last minute just because you don't feel like going. Chances are you're going to schedule that into your day and you're going to know well in advance, okay, on Monday at 2 p.m. I have a doctor's appointment. I need to make sure that I'm there on time. I need to make sure I don't schedule anything around that time. That you should apply those same rules to your workouts. Meaning, if you don't feel like working out, you schedule it into your day, go to the gym. Don't use that as an excuse to not go. But I would strongly advise against canceling your workout, especially when you're just starting to work out, because it's easy to then keep that ball rolling where, oh, well, I didn't go yesterday, I just won't go again today. Then it's 2 days, and then you're like, well, I'll just go again on Monday. And then by the time you realize it, you've gone a whole month without working out. So don't let it trickle into becoming a habit of you skipping out on your workouts. The next tip I have for you guys is to drink your water. Obviously, we all know water is good for you, but how many of you can actually say that you probably drink a decent amount of water? Probably not all of you. So I would recommend that you get some kind of water bottle. If you work in the office, have a water bottle with you at your desk that you can refill throughout the day. I would say that probably most offices have some kind of water fountain or somewhere where you can get clean water and you don't have to be buying water bottles and being wasteful. It can help reduce the amount of liquid calories that you actually consume instead of just drinking like coffee or pop or whatever. Just pour yourself some water, drink that throughout your day. And another benefit of having a water bottle that you continue to refill throughout the day is that it helps you get more steps in. So it helps you leave your desk for a little bit, walk to the water fountain, then you walk back, and also to use the restroom. So you increase the amount of steps that you take throughout the day when you go to refill your bottle of water. So yeah, like I said, you can find some really cheap ones, you can find some cute ones. There's even some that will have different times on the water bottle to kind of indicate where you should be at that time. So when I first started to be more mindful of how much water I was drinking, I actually had one of those water bottles. Actually, I got it as a gift. My friend gave me a water bottle that would light up. If I wasn't drinking enough water by like a certain time, it would light up and remind me, hey, you need to drink water. So that's actually the way that I started drinking more water. It was probably one of the best gifts I've gotten. And then throughout time, eventually, like I just learned to drink more water. Drink your water, guys. Okay, now my next tip is to find a time to stretch. I typically like to stretch in the mornings before I start my day to just kind of help me wake up, loosen up my muscles, it helps ease stress. So find a time that works for you, whether you do it first thing in the morning, maybe before you go to bed, but I really recommend that you guys stretch. I used to not stretch, and now that I'm working from home, I have a little bit more time in the morning to do things like that. And let me tell you, I love it. I have enjoyed it a lot. I've seen a lot of a difference in like how stiff I feel, especially when I go to work out. I don't feel as stiff, after sitting all day and laying down, that kind of thing. So I definitely recommend that you guys add stretching into your routine somewhere. Like I said, whether you do it first thing in the morning or at night, that'll depend on your schedule, on how much time you have. And it doesn't have to be the most extensive stretching routine. Literally take 5 minutes and do a quick stretch, but you don't have to spend like 15-20 minutes stretching. Like, of course, if you have the time, go for it, but I would say with 5 minutes that you dedicate to stretching, you will see a lot of improvement as far as, like I said, your stiff muscles. It'll loosen up your muscles. It can, if you do it before bed, it can maybe help you relax before going into bed, but definitely include that as part of your routine. The next tip that I have for you guys is to walk throughout your day. If you're able to take your breaks, if you're able to, during your lunch, try and get up as much as you can and walk. When I was going into the office, I would use one of my breaks to just walk. So I would go all around the building. I would use the stairwell when it was like raining or cold outside. But that was my main purpose for that break, to use it to just walk around. Because if you think about it, you're sitting down all day, staring at your computer if you have an office job. And then you get up maybe to go get water, maybe to go get coffee or warm up your food, whatever the case might be, but then you just go back to sitting down. It's a good habit to have, to get up every so often and walk around. It's good for your eyes, it's good for your mental health, and it's just overall good to step away from working every once in a while. Obviously, I know that it might not be the case for a lot of you depending on what type of job you have, but that's why I say if you're able to, get up and walk. And for those of you that can do it, get into the habit of doing it. Once I started working from home, it was so much harder for me to actually get up and walk, just because I was so focused on what I was doing and I was working from home. So I actually ended up scheduling a 15-minute meeting on my calendar. So every day at, I think it's like 11 a.m., I get an alert that I'm in a meeting, but I know that I'm supposed to be taking my break. So I get up, I prep Claudius, and then I take him with me on walks and we'll go walk around. Okay, so I brought Claudius with me on a walk, but he is not trying. I don't know. I called him, he was at the top of the stairs and I called him over and he just kept staring at me, and then I opened the door and he finally came down, and we literally crossed the street. We were over there, across the street. He did his business and then he's like, I'm done. Come on, let's go. So I'm gonna drop him off, and then I'm still gonna take my 15-minute break and go for a walk around the block because I need to move more. And he is not trying to walk, so just a solo walk today, I guess. If it's raining outside, what I've been doing is just walking around the house. Whether I literally do laps in the house or I do something else that's causing me to move, like loading the dishwasher, making the bed if I haven't done that, or just cleaning up, things like that, just to get some extra movement in and to physically step away from my desk and away from my screen. So that's my tip to you guys. Take advantage of those breaks if you have them and walk, move around. The next tip, and this might be one of the more important ones, is to pack your own lunch when you go to work. I would recommend you pack it the night before, so that in the morning when you're heading off to work, you're not rushing to put something together, or you just say, you know what, I'll just eat out. If you're packing your own lunch, 1, it saves you money. 2, you're able to control what you eat and how much. So for example, you can make yourself a salad and you take an appropriate amount of dressing. Versus if you go out, let's say you'll still get a salad, but they dump the dressing on there, chances are that salad is going to be very high calorie. And if you have certain weight loss goals, aesthetic goals, you want to be mindful of how much you're consuming in a day. For those of you like me that work from home, at least have the groceries available at home for you to be able to put together your dinner, your lunches, whatever the case might be, your breakfast. So in my case this week, I'm actually going to eat a salad. Actually, I went grocery shopping the other day, and so my lunch this week is, I think it's like Asian, what is it called? So my lunch for this week is a salad. It's just like your typical chop kit, ready to go kind of thing. It's the Asian style one. And so that was gonna be my lunch, and I originally wanted rotisserie chicken so that I could shred it and then add that to my chicken. But Hy-Vee, which is typically where I go, doesn't have rotisserie chicken ready to go. Kind of like what you find at Cup Foods or Costco. But I found this. So it is grilled and ready to go. It's cold chicken breast. And what I did yesterday, which was the first time that I ate it, I just put some in a pan, heated it up, and then it was good to go, and then I just dumped it on top of my salad. Some things to consider is, what does the food taste like once you heat it up? So we all know that French fries are good the moment you get them. If you try and eat them a day later, hours later, trash. Do not eat them, do not recommend. So keep that in mind when it comes to the foods that you prepare. For a lot of us, what we have in the office is probably gonna be a microwave. What tastes good still while microwaved? Because it sucks to think, okay, this is what I'm gonna eat, then you cook it, you prep it, you take it to work, and you do not end up liking it. Then you're stuck with food that you don't like, and then you still don't have your lunch, so you have to go out and buy something. Keep in mind foods that you do like. If you don't like broccoli, don't buy broccoli. There's many other veggies. If you don't like rice, eat a different type of carb source for your foods. If you have the chance to cook before, even if you work at home, if you have the chance to meal prep, do that, because then it'll save you time throughout the week. So I am going to put together my salad, and I'll show you guys after that, because I'm very hungry and I need to eat so I can head over to the gym. All right, friends, here is the salad. So I typically add some extra like leafy greens. I think this is baby spinach and spring mix. Then I added the salad mix, the chicken. The salad mix came with wontons and almonds, I think, and then I poured a little bit of the dressing on there. But yeah, I cooked this in like less than 10 minutes and it's good to go. Now I'm gonna eat it and move on with my day. If you guys recall, one of the first points I made was for you to figure out when you're gonna be working out. So are you gonna be working out before work? Or are you gonna work out after? Are you gonna work out during? Tied to that though is, what are you gonna wear to the gym? So if you're gonna work out before going to work, obviously you're gonna be dressed in your workout stuff, but you're also gonna take your clothes that you're gonna wear to work with you, and you'll get ready at the gym. So that makes sense. But if you are gonna go work out after work, take your gym clothes with you. Now, I feel like that is a very important piece, because if you say, okay, I'm gonna go work out after work, but I'll just come back home, get my clothes, change, and then head out. If you're honest with yourself, how often do you think you won't make it back out the door to the gym? In my case, I know that back when I was working in the office, if I were to come home to change and then head back out, that was not gonna happen. I knew for a fact that if I came home, I was probably gonna hang out with Claudius for a bit. Somehow I would end up either laying on the bed, laying on the couch, and then by the time I realized, I didn't go to the gym. So pack your clothes the night before so that in the morning your bag is good to go and you just pick it up and head out the door along with your lunch. Don't forget that. I am now gonna get ready. I'm gonna head out to the gym, get my workout in. I don't know what I'm wearing yet. Maybe I'll wear these. I got them off Amazon. Not exactly sure how to pronounce the name, the brand name, but they're actually very cute. So if you guys are looking for some shorts, I recommend you check this brand out. They've gotten very popular over the last like year or two. So I finally gave in and decided to give them a try, and I actually really like them. I have these. Actually, these are the only ones from this brand. I have another brand from Amazon that I've gotten a couple of pair of shorts from. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll pop up the name here in case you guys want to look it up on Amazon, but I will link it down below in the video description so you guys can go check it out. Let's talk the big S word. I know you guys are probably waiting for me to bring this up, and of course I'm going to bring it up. So, supplements. Although it's not necessary for your fitness journey, or once in a while, yes, you might need the help of some pre-workout, like after you're done with work and then you still have to go to the gym. A lot of times, I get it, we're tired, we're exhausted, the gym's the last place we want to go, and so sometimes we need a little bit of help. I don't always, but sometimes I do take some pre-workout. So pre-workout is meant to help you get through your workout, but always consult with your doctor first. But I always use PE Science supplements. Right now I'm taking creatine and their Prolific, which is their pre-workout. I did order a couple more of their products since I'm all out. Stir it up. Okay, first things first before I head out, gotta put some Bad Bunny. Guys, I have a confession. I have not stopped listening to the whole album since it came out. I am at the gym and I'm gonna try and make this quick. One, because my camera's hanging upside down and I'm scared it's just gonna fall off. Not the point of this. The next thing I have for you guys is to make sure that you have a plan of what you're gonna do when you work out. Specifically, I would say you should have a workout plan that's maybe 8 to 12-week program. Progressively overload your workouts, keeps challenging you with every workout that you do. That's kind of what I mean by having a workout plan, but also so that when you get to the gym, you're not just wandering around trying to figure out what you're gonna do, what exercise you're gonna do next, what machine are you gonna do next, so that when you walk in there, you are confident in what you're gonna do. You use your time wisely. So you get in there, get it done, and move on to the next thing on your list. For those of us that have a full-time job, I'm sure you have other things that you also need to take care of aside from your workout. So if you're just coming to the gym, you spend maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but you didn't use your time wisely, or you didn't do the exercises that give you the most benefit, you're just wasting time. So have a workout plan of what you're gonna do before you walk into the gym. I do have a week-long program that you guys can follow.
Oh, you are coming in too close.
In the description below, I'll share a link to a week-long program that I created for you guys. It's only a week, but you can repeat it multiple times by changing it slightly. So take a look at that if you don't really have a plan of what you're gonna do. And then the last thing I have for you guys as well, or one of the last things, is to park far away. So when you get to work, when you go to the store, when you're at the gym, park farther away from the door so that you have a longer commute into the wherever it is that you're going. Like I mentioned earlier, you need to try and move more, right? So parking farther away will make sure that you get some extra steps in. Take the stairs instead of taking the elevator wherever you can. That'll increase your NEAT. And because you live such a sedentary lifestyle, working all day on the computer, then you come home, you're probably gonna end the night sitting on the couch watching TV or laying on your bed reading a book, whatever the case might be. So if there's any time that you can increase your activity throughout the day, do it. I finally made it home, and I wanted to talk about my last point before closing up this video. And I kind of talked about it a little while ago. Find ways to move throughout your day. And the reason why is 1 hour of your day that you work out is not going to change the fact that you've been sitting around, laying around for 23 hours. when you get home, find other ways to keep movement going. So maybe after dinner, you and your family go out for a walk. I actually love going out on a walk once the sun is setting, just because it cools off. It has cooled down, so the sun is setting, it's colder out. I'm able to enjoy the views, the sun setting. Maybe you need to mow the lawn. That's another great way to get some more movement in. Maybe you need to water your veggies, which actually I have to go do right now, which is why I'm outside. Maybe you need to clean your house. If you're able to contain yourself, maybe just go to Target and walk around. Little things like that to keep your movement going. Like I said, being active 1 hour is not gonna offset the 23 hours where you were just sitting around. Especially for those of us who work in front of a computer all day, you have to be more mindful of your movement, of how much you're walking. I would say for the general population, whether or not you're trying to lose weight, you need to move more. But yeah, I'm going to turn on the water here to water our grass. I need to water our veggies. Actually, I want to show you guys our veggie garden. It's already 7 and I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna do this quickly so I can go eat. But I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Like I said, it's just different ways that you can stay healthy, different ways to live a healthier life when you're working your typical Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos, and hit the bell notification so you're notified when I do upload new videos. And if you really enjoy my channel and you choose to support me, you want to support me, share this channel with your friends, share this channel with your family. I always appreciate the support. But yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the next one.